right. The two topics I did come up with today. I'll start with this one. Yeah. Okay, I'll start with this one first. We know that the Bucks. We knew. Well, I knew. I knew their defense was gonna be a little bit bad. I think we kind of knew it was gonna be bad, but we didn't think bottom 10 bad. Are you worried about their defense going forward into the playoffs that it being as bad that it could affect them not going far in the playoffs and potentially winning the championship? Do you trust their defense?
No, I definitely don't trust their defense. All they got out there is really Jaren Jackson Jr. Desmond Bain, a solid defender,
I'm
but they
talking about the
lost
Bucks,
players.
bro. I'm talking about the
The
Bucks,
Bucks,
bro.
the
Yes,
Bucks should be straight. I feel like they just building up their chemistry. They defense solid though. They defense solid. They still a solid defending team. Man. They got as long as you got Giannis, Brook Lopez, Bobby Portis off the bench, you should be still solid, man.
I know
You
you
got.
don't watch them games because they don't
I
play defense.
do. I
No,
definitely
you
watch.
don't. You just said
I
their
watch
defense
every
is
game.
solid. I don't believe that. You just said their defense is solid.
It is.
That's what you said, right? You
So
said
you
their
saying
defense.
their
You
defense is
just said
below
no
average? You're
wait. You
saying
said
their
their
defense
defense
below
solid,
average?
right? You just said
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah.
So you think bottom 10 is solid or is that bad?
I mean, it ain't what it was last year, but it's still solid.
So bottom 10 is
It's
solid. That's
still
what I
getting them
so
wins.
if you're
It's still
bottom
getting
10,
them
you're
wins.
solid. That's what you're telling me.
If your defense getting you wins, I feel like you're doing a solid job.
Their defense isn't giving them wins, it's their offense.
I mean, you still got to play defense to get to offense, Sheldon, don't you?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. So given so they're 22nd in defense, right? You know that, right?
22nd.
That's bottom 10, Trail.
Yeah, but it's still solid. They still got a decent record. As
That's
long
their
as they win a
offense.
game, as long as they
That's
bring the games
offense.
in, the
It's their
defense gonna come in.
offense. That's
Sheldon. Go ahead and say your take on the Bucks defense in
this,
playoffs. What do you think is going to
this
happen?
this is the thing, bro. Do I unless they can trade for somebody that can play some good defense, that defense is gonna hurt them in the playoffs because if they gotta play against the Celtics, who are a good offensive team and a good defensive team, they're not beating them. And I said it in the offseason. I said that their perimeter defense was going to be terrible. I know some people don't like to say thought Grayson Allen wasn't a decent defender, but they miss him too. I didn't think Drew Holiday was gonna hurt their defense like this. I thought even though you still got Giannis, you still got Brook Lopez back there, that their defense will still be at least in the middle. It's not. I don't know what Drew Holiday. I don't know if he took all their defensive powers or something, but they don't play defense. And Shondell was like, "Man, why you talking about Malik Beasley like that, man? Come on now, man." And I've been said that dude don't do nothing. Malik Beasley is trash. He doesn't play no defense. If he can't shoot, he useless. Dame, we like Dame. Dame is a great offensive player. I know you watch them games, Shondell, and I know you be saying Dame don't play no lick of defense. He don't play no defense. So going forward, their defense is not going to help them get far in the playoffs. Now, could they turn up their defense later on in the year? Yeah, they could. And then I'll be like, you know what? They got good defense. But as of right now, on November 30th, that defense is not going to help them get far in the playoffs. That defense is trash. It is garbage. Trail don't watch the basketball games. I already know he don't. Because there ain't no way you said that. There's no way you said that defense solid. There's no way. That's all I gotta say. There's no way. I don't believe it. I can't believe he
Oh
said
my
that.
God.
I can't believe it. He don't watch back. He don't watch the games. He don't watch them, bro. He don't watch the Bucks, bro.
I think the Bucks defense. I think that defense is definitely in trouble and there's some concerns that they need to work out and fix those kinks. But am I worried about that defense going forth in the playoffs? I think if that defense stays like this, yeah, that's going to be that major concern. But I do think with the season, it's just like when you put out a video game, they're going to patch it up, they're going to fix the glitches. I do think the Bucks are going to make a few more additions to the team. They're going to let a few people go. They're going to patch it up. I don't think it's a big enough concern that I would think that like, holy snap, their defense is bad during the season. They don't have time to fix it. I don't think that's the case. I think they got time. I think they know what they need to do, who to patch up, who to remove, who to go after. I trust Giannis in the playoffs. I trust the Bucks. Like I still think the Bucks are like they're the team to beat they're the team to beat. If you beat the Bucks, that's the team that's going to the finals. I think that's that each time. If you beat the Bucks, you're going to the finals. If the Bucks don't get stopped, they're going to the finals. The Celtics, I think those guys, you definitely got to look out for them because honestly, their defense, offense, they look amazing. They look amazing this year. They look like that's the only competition Denver got to worry about. Like they look like they're ready for it all. They might win a play-in and a chip this year.
Boston has the third best scoring defense. They only give up 106 points per game. I would say that's good. Milwaukee gives up 117 points, but according to Trail, that is solid.
I ain't gonna hold you. 117, that ain't too bad.
You act like they're the worst team in the league. It ain't
Never
nothing
said
you can do
that,
during the deadline.
I never said that.
What is the Bucks scoring per game? Man, like 130.
Hell no. I think they really don't. They're scoring
because they start slow. They start slow.
They're 120. They score 120 points per game.
I think that's
really, and remember what I said in the offseason. I said their offense is gonna be their defense. Like you're just gonna basically just outscore them.
I mean, but that was the plan though. That was always the plan.
So look, last year their defense was 16th in the league. I would say that's solid. That's in the middle of the pack. I'm cool with that. Then it was in 2021. Yeah, in 21, it was 14. Say that's solid. I say that's solid. And then the year they won a championship, it was 14th. So you go from 14th. This is all with Drew Holiday. So you go all the way from 14th all the way to 22nd. I didn't think that was gonna happen because I remember you saying, "Yeah, they'll be in the middle of the pack. They'll still be there." I didn't think Drew Holiday was gonna make that big of a difference. But hey, Dame, I'll say this about this. Dame has stepped it up a little bit. He's still not playing that good, honestly. And he might be a free throw merchant because he getting hella points from free throw line. He might be a free throw merchant. But
not you saying free throw. Not you calling somebody a free throw merchant.
I've always said Joel gets his points from free throw too. Like you knew
I was talking about him.
Did you really say that?
The way he looked over like he looking at you for real. He's stupid.
I knew he was good. I know because you don't like Joel, so I knew he was gonna talk about it. But hey, I want you to be consistent. If you gonna say Joel free throw merchant, you gotta say the same thing about Dame.
I ain't saying nothing about nobody.
I ain't saying nothing. You know he a free throw merchant. You know he is.
I know that because
I got fouled.
I know you know, but I want
Shondell. Me. They keep knocking me down.
I want Shondell to say it though.
I ain't saying nothing about Joel. You said I ain't saying nothing about his free throws. Nothing. So I ain't gotta say nothing yet.
You haven't said nothing recently, but you bring it up a lot. You bring up his free throws a lot. I just want you to be consistent. If you gonna talk about Joel and his free throws, talk about Dame and his free throws. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, you're a free throw merchant, man.
Yes, he'd be 100 for the free throws for sure.
He'll be 13. He'll have like 30 points, half of them from the free throw line.
But you gotta understand that this is still like a new fresh like team. Middleton getting up there in the age.
What they gotta do being a free throw merchant?
Nah, man, Chris Middleton just look old. He ain't old though. He just look old. He ain't old. I'm
going back to what you were saying about their defense below 10. Like you gotta understand that this is a new team. They still working on things. It's only like 20, 30 games in now.
I mean, we seen the same thing, man. We just seen the same thing with last year when he said this about the Nets. He said Jack Vaughn can't do nothing for the Nets defense. And then what we seen when they went on a roll, they went on a tear before Kyrie asked for a trade. They went to the middle of the pack. Their defense improved tremendously. This is the same thing.
Yeah, they was in the middle, but Ben Simmons is better defender than every Bucks player on that team outside of Giannis.
I don't think Ben Simmons was even playing.
He's not even better than Brook Lopez.
He wasn't even playing. I don't think he was.
You talking about during that stretch?
With Jack Vaughn, he was not playing. He was getting.
No, he did. He played early in the year, but if you're talking about during that stretch, okay, yeah, I don't think he played.
Yeah, that's exactly. So he didn't even. Ben Simmons is irrelevant for that point. That didn't even count anything. It was just throwing a fucking rock in the water.
My bad. All I'm saying is for y'all, Terrell, I know you don't. Like I said, bro, you don't watch them games because there ain't no way you said that shit was solid. That defense sucks, and as of right now, that defense can't help them in the playoffs. Now, like you said, if they could tee it up, if they could turn it up later in the season, fine. But as of right now, that defense is trash.
As long as
They
you got
miss
Giannis
Grayson.
and
Hey, they miss Grayson Allen and Drew Holiday. I'm gonna say that. They miss-
Bro, peep this. The Bucks, when they traded for Dame and Drew, the big topic, all the ESPNs were saying, well, they, like you said, they traded their defense for offense because they seen during the playoffs they couldn't score. They couldn't put the hole in the barrel in the basket. You have to live with that. They prayed for the rain. Now they dealing with the mud, and they getting it out the mud. So when they get it rolling, that's all I gotta say, man. They Bucks. They gonna get it. They gonna get them.
I feel like they should give up Chris Middleton for something, man. Like he washed.
I would say this. I'll say this. Let's just say Chris Middleton was still on the team at that time and he had like 1 year left, they would have gave him up before Drew Holiday. But since he was a free agent and they signed him, they couldn't trade him.
I think so too, because I thought they was gonna trade Middleton, not Drew. That's what I called. I didn't think they was gonna trade Drew.
I mean, they had to get somebody. If Middleton was still on there, if he wasn't a player that they had to sign, they would have gave him up in a heartbeat. But would they have taken him? I don't know. I have no clue if they would have taken him.